If you are anything like me or just thinking, thank God it's Monday, or at least we get to listen to the Go Show on Monday. Yeah, then you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state that we live in. And again, I just jump on, share along, comment, all that. This is the last day. This is the travel day for me as we are returning from our vacation in Mexico. And as I said, I pre-recorded the last couple of shows, and hope you had a lot of fun with FAFO Friday, the Orca edition. I think that was a good time. I had a good time going through those videos. Coming back, I've been on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm coming back today on Monday. And for me, I don't know if it's like this for you. I've always maintained that fun is hard work. Any fun endeavor that you have, it takes effort, it takes time, it's hard work. And if it's not hard work, it's not fun. And I think that vacationing and me never really got along. I've never been a vacationer. My parents, I'm the third generation entrepreneur, and I throw the E word out there because not to say like, oh, look at me, I'm an entrepreneur. I run my own business. This is my own business. This is what I do. My radio business, and this show for 11 years has been mine and mine alone. Same with the Brewmance with Rob. We own that. We are small business owners. I'm a third generation small business owner. Let me put it that way. So entrepreneur. It sounds so pretentious, doesn't it? Oh, yes. What do you do? I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah, that means you're an employee, dude. I kid. Your small business owner is really where we're at. So growing up, I never really had vacations. We went on vacation, but there was always a work element involved in it. And I don't feel slighted by that one little bit. I don't think that it's a bad thing at all. I think I commend my parents for doing it. I commend my grandparents for doing it. It's just the way it was. We're always doing something that would kind of correlate with business in some way. And so I've never done the vacation thing. I've never done. No, I've done vacations before. I just don't go and relax. I go and I work. I go and I find a spot to work. I go and find a way to work and to tie it all in. And trust me, I'm coming back from Mexico with a ton of content for the Go Show. And so to me, that was work, but not work, because I love what I do. And again, not patting myself on the back. I just have lucky enough to have worked hard to love what I do. But I don't like taking time off. I don't like being away from you guys. I don't like being away from y'all at all. I don't. And that's why I've been commenting on the things that going along the whole way, because I miss y'all. I don't want to like, oh my gosh, thank goodness we're going to the beach for 5 days. It's just never been me. But I will return. And in my return on Tuesday's show tomorrow's show is going to be fantastic, I think, because we're going to talk about that. Am I still that way, or have I grown to be able to just hang out on the beach? We're going to see. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but it's just never been a thing for me. Rob Hunter changed me a lot in this. When I went to work for iHeart, it's the first place in my life I've ever worked that won't let you carry vacation over. So, and Rob had a certain amount of vacation. If Rob, on the last day of the year, had 15 minutes left of vacation time on his little portal thing, dude would leave the show 15 minutes early. I'm sure of it. It's never happened, but I'm sure of it. He is like, that is my time. That's part of my compensation. It is my time. And I just never got it. It was always at the end of the year where I'm like, oh, I got to take time off. And I don't know, I'm going to go do something, or I'm just going to sit at home wondering what I'm going to talk about the next, when I'm back on air, right? That's what I did. I wasn't good at it. So I'm trying to be good at it, because I know how therapeutic it is. I know how restorative it is. I know how recharging it is. I get it. I just haven't practiced it. So it's going to be interesting, because it just never really seemed. I'm a worker bee. That's who I am. And one of the things that attracted me to my girlfriend is she always, her mindset rolling in is to always be the hardest worker in the room, outwork everybody in the room. And it's just, it's fun to watch. And sometimes I'll go into a meeting, or I'll go into something or something like that. She'll go talk to her on the phone going in, be the hardest worker in the room, be the go-getter in the room. I'm like, wow, it's kind of cool, kind of motivating, but I'm a worker bee. So I guess I should just work. Work. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it works. But I mean, even as a dad, and parents, you understand this. One of the most amazing things that I have ever heard a pediatrician say, and I believe he said to my old co-host, Michael P. Weinstein, he said, when you go on vacation as a parent, it's not vacation, it's relocation. You're just taking your stuff from your house and traveling with that stuff somewhere else, and then you go travel with that stuff back to your house and put it all away. So it was so true, because just what a parent deals with. And that's why I say fun is hard work, because it's the constant schlepping, taking down, putting away, testing and not testing. I have found, and I'm going to give you my little travel tip, and I'm not talking about vacation travel tip, because I told you I'm a newbie to this game. Maybe it's like a hunt trip or a fishing trip. I have found zen in the packing, and I have found zen in the unpacking. And this is what the packing took place for days prior to going down to Mexico. And I'm not going to a third world country. They have stores down there. If I forget something, I forget something, but everything is pretty meticulous in what it is. And most of that had to do with fishing equipment, because I've never shore fished in the ocean before. So a lot of that was studying, and I just found the zen in that, and the cool little vibe of getting my bathing suits out and my t-shirts, and just making sure that I, like, you guys have seen me anything but a t-shirt, but you know what I'm saying, laying that stuff out, food, meal planning, all of that, and doing research on where we're going for what restaurant. I found the zen in that prep. What I have found in hunting and fishing, and hopefully I can take it to this trip here, is the zen in the putting things away. Here's what I mean. Everybody go inside, just hugs, great time, love that, send me the pictures, let's all put it on a drive, blah, blah, the stuff we do. I got this. I'm going to put this stuff away. And then I put some music on in the garage, and I put away one thing at a time. I'm not kidding. I don't just unload everything into a pile and start putting away. I pull something out of the truck, I put it away. Pull something out of the truck, I put it away. Crack open a drink, whether it's a beer, non-alcoholic, or whatever it is, or tea, or whatever it is, and just sip and just mellow out. Good music, nice little vibe. The neighbors inevitably will come over and, hey, back from the trip, how was it? Telling some stories and doing that. It's actually fun. It actually makes it fun. And so, yeah, I hope that's I can take that from my hunting and fishing trips to vacation. Because again, my vacations are cool outdoor stuff, so it's kind of workish. And hopefully I can separate that. I really hope I can separate that. I thought younger in life that my goal, that my calling was to run a dive-in fishing charter. I'm not kidding. I thought that was what I was going to do. And it was probably about a year or two where I really put a lot into it. And then I went on a lot of fishing and dive charters. And I watched these guys, and I'm like, they're at work right now. They're at work. They're not having fun doing this. This can't be fun. This is one of those tedious things when you're dealing with people that are mad and yelling at you and this and man. I'm just lucky enough to now just say I can go outdoors. I can go on a hike, and that's work. I can go on a hike and get content and post it and talk about it. That's work. So, yeah, I'm glad I'm not doing a fishing charter. Oh, my gosh. But I highly recommend fishing charters. Yeah, let them do all the work. Holy mackerel, they got to do all the work. Thanks for hanging out. This is the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state and world that we live in. And I appreciate you playing along. We'll be hopefully, if I'm not on the road, I'll be commenting along with you as we move forward. Now, the lucky few. In a lot of my research, I think why didn't I get tapped for that? I mean, we talked about on Friday, we talked about the what were they? The salvage teams up in Alaska. Like, you can form a salvage team, register for it, and if a moose gets popped by a car and is dead on the side of the road, you can go salvage the meat. Salvage team. What? Yes. So I thought to myself, dude, how lucky is that? And I told you I talked to the game and fish people because I want to be on a salvage team. Straight up want to be on a salvage team. Yeah, I'm all about that. But then you see these articles where you're like, oh my gosh, why do these people get to do this? Or how lucky is that? Check this out. This is the first example of this, and I think that yeah, you're just like me because I'm actually looking at the picture of this thing, and I got to tell you, a record shattering, and I mean record shattering. This is the biggest deer rack I have seen in my entire life. And I've seen a lot of them. It is a 200-inch buck. You get into 140, you get into 150, and it is a giant. 200. This is the deer that was taken in 1968 and broke its state record in 1968. Okay? And it held on to it. It's holding on to it. Now, guess what? As things go, well, let me explain this here. Frederick Kyrus, we'll go with Frederick Kyrus of Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, took this enormous 15-point buck. There's no fanfare, no celebration, no talk of possible broken records. He just simply tucked the mount away in his garage. And it gathered dust. I mean, this thing's a beast. And he just tucked this stuff away. That was never recorded. It was, and then he died in 1993. And the antlers just disappeared. Until the year 2000, Luke Alderfer was driving through the back roads near Evansburg State Park in eastern Pennsylvania when he came across a sign that said garage sale. Now you all know where I'm going with this one. Time on his hands, he pulled over to see if he could find any treasures. Nothing caught his eye, but a glimpse of some antlers inside the barn sure as heck did. Then there were about 30 to 40 sets of antlers in this giant whitetail. He said most of them are in the 130, 140-inch range. But a couple have been pushing maybe 180 in non-typical. So these are big racks. And then he found it. He found the beasts of all beasts. And he bought it at a yard sale. He bought the dang thing at a yard sale. I'm trying to find out how much he bought the thing for, but it wasn't expensive at all. And, $100. He bought it for $100. Yeah. So, yeah, $100. And now he holds the state record because he's literally on his wall. The state record of a 200-inch buck is on his wall. Oh, I got time. Let me go see what's over here at the yard sale. Let me tell you this. If you're not up and at a yard sale at like 5:30 in the morning, don't even. Why would you even go? Yeah, I'm being serious. Unless there's something absolutely huge. I mean, these people that hit garage sales are pros. This guy was just lucky. I mean, I know a lot of people that would probably kill a family member to be able to take this deer. Whew. Because, come on, let's be honest. We all have that family member like, yeah, do we really give it around now? Don't care. I'm kidding. We don't. They found it just because he had something to do. But if you do not get these yard sales like ASAP, like in the morning or even the night before, if you see people putting up yard sale signs like at night, or like super early in the morning, just ask them, hey, where's it at? What do you guys got? I want to be the first in. Because the pros get in there and they just picking away. And what's with 50 cents? I don't understand why that is standard, typical for 50 cents? Like you hold up a chair. 50 cents? What do you mean 50 cents? It's a $50 chair. How about $10? How about $1? What? Sorry. Oh, I hate that stuff. One time, my grandfather, God rest his soul, and it was my hero. we had a yard sale. I forget, it was my sister. It might have been my sister getting rid of some stuff out of her house. I rolls this truck up, and my grandfather we just started the yard sale. Just started it. Not kidding. He goes up to the dude in the truck, and he goes, everything you can fit in your truck, $100. The very wise man in the truck said, I'll take it. Here's $100, and just loaded his truck up with everything. My sister barely made anything for her yard sale. My grandfather just hosed her. And I mean, these people, after this guy died, he didn't really care about the giant, enormous racks that he had in his barn. So they're like, I don't know, give me $100 for it. It's fine. Just a bone on there's worth well more than that. And just now it's a state record. It's even more so. I just think it's you got to be ready. I guess luck is when what is the line? Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. And that is why still, even when tough times get a little tough, I always have a little bit of cash set aside so that if that opportunity presents itself, if my neighbor's moving and he's like, dude, I'm going to sell you my side by side, just give me $1,500 for it. Done. I paid 20 grand for it. Give me $1,500. I'm in. Let's go. Again, luck is opportunity meeting preparation. So anyway, talking about the lucky few. And then there is this headline alone is just absolutely Catalina Island. Catalina is a cool spot. Catalina Island. I'm from Southern California, so I know a lot about Catalina Island. Catalina Island is that body of water where you're most parts of Southern California. You look west and you go, oh, what is that? It's a giant island. Catalina Island is a fun place to visit. If you guys go to California and you're here in Arizona, so I'm being facetious really when I say if you guys go to California. It's wild. Like San Diego. You don't even have to ask people in Arizona where they're going on vacation this summer. Where are you going on vacation, San Diego? San Diego's the spot. But it's Southern California somewhere, in there, Southern California. Catalina Island is a cool place to visit. So I would highly recommend visiting Catalina because it's probably something you haven't done before. And you can go up to Long Beach and you can, I think it's like a 40-minute, there's a catamaran ride. There's a you can get there in really cool ways. Believe it or not, out of Long Beach, they have a water ski race to Catalina and back. Water skiing. The people that are on these water skis, which are not really water skis, they just look like front doors to a house, have legs like sequoias. They have legs that are bigger than my waist. And they just hold on, and the boat's just hauling, and they're just taking wave after wave after wave and staying on these skis. I don't know how they do it. It's impressive. Anyway, Catalina Island, really cool place to visit. Let's get to the lucky few, shall we? Why helicopter snipers will soon shoot down mule deer across Catalina Island. If I don't get signed up for this, I'm going to get upset. Why helicopter snipers will soon shoot down mule deer across Catalina Island. Oh, wow. This is the Catalina Island Conservancy says this. It's a quote. These are species on the brink of extinction, and the deer are the ones causing that. Oh, wow. Yes, this is something that I am going to see if I can get my grubby hands on. Like any successful invasive species, the mule deer of Catalina adapted quickly to the unique vegetation that grows there. The mule deer now eats so much of Catalina's plant life, including rare flora, that exist only on the island, that it's rendering some species endangered. The island's mule deer tend to graze on delicacies such as the Catalina mountain mahogany, Catalina nightshade, and the southern island bush mallow. Once again, if you didn't catch our episode about dumb plant names and bird names, catch it. Which is so rare it only exists on 2 single rocks on the entire island. So how about this? So taking out mule deer or managing a healthy population of an invasive species is going to be needed to eliminate the decimation of plant life that is about to go extinct. Wow. Deer grazing has also caused the loss of natural habitat of other native species that they depend on those. Yeah. So there are 60 species of plant and animals that you find on Catalina Island, nowhere else in the world, and those species are on the brink of extinction, and it's the deer that are causing it. So they're going to get in helicopters and get snipers. Let me let you in on a little conservation secret. It's not a pretty one. we use, and conservation world uses the word sniper and sharpshooter a little too liberally for my taste. If a species needs to be culled, if the population needs to be culled in any manner, and it is outside of season or the season just didn't take care of it, and issuing special use tags don't cover that as well, most game and fish departments need to have hunters come out and take out 50, take out 100, take out 30, whatever it is. And to make the public feel better about that, to make the public not go, oh, they're hiring people to go shoot animals. They call them sharpshooters. Sharpshooters is if you've taken your hunter safety course, you have an active license, and essentially you just bring your own ammo. Sharpshooter. Snipers, same. It's whoever signs up for this. Maybe it might be I don't know, a police or first responder type of elite crew of shooters, snipers that they're going to hang out a helicopter and have them take out some mule deer. I'm just saying I'm basically saying the quiet part out loud. When you see snipers being employed to take out X amount of elk in the high country, sharpshooters being employed by this and that, it's who signed up. It's who was lucky enough to get it. Again, the lucky few. Who was lucky enough to be able to go be a helicopter sharpshooter and take out mule deer? Do I get to keep the meat? Yeah. Interesting, right? And a lot of people don't catch that kind of stuff, but I do, because it's almost like those what is it? It's the oh my gosh, I just totally lost my train of thought there. Sorry. Oh yeah, it's I could have invented that. Holy mackerel. Why didn't I invent that? Yeah. Let's get after it here. All right. Last thing I want to talk to you guys about today, and then we have a fun show tomorrow, live show. Talk about the mind of a hunter and angler while I was out there on the beach. It's going to be interesting. I promise. The mind of me, usually jump on in. It's a party. I'm going to look in the camera here, and I'm going to say something very, very deep. All right. Hi, my name is Mike, and I am a hoarder. There we go. I said it. The first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem. Holy mackerel. I think now I'm on the road to recovery because I took the first step. I'm telling you, I hold on to everything. I laughed with my buddy Rob Hunter because I said, oh man, I bought another external hard drive. I got to put these videos or whatever on it. He goes, man, external hard drives are the new storage units. What do you mean? He goes, people just hoard. I mean, honestly, think about why we need storage units. I understand that there are cases where people need storage units. I understand that. I have a friend who has a storage unit just for wine. That's hoarding. Why we need a storage just for our junk, that when we move, we're going to have to find a bigger truck to move all the stuff, and then we're going to take it to a new place and put it in a storage unit. Why? If you don't need it, you don't need it. If you don't use it, you don't need it. If you have a storage facility for collector's items, it's a whole different ballgame. Items of sentimental value, okay. But just to never throw things away is absolutely absurd, and I'm guilty of it, as evidenced by me going and shopping for tackle for the Mexico beach fishing. I went through stuff. I'm like, I haven't even seen this bag of plastics in 4 years. Throw it away. Holy mackerel. My new goal, my new mantra almost, I wouldn't know about mantra. Throw as much away as you can, or give away, donate as much as you possibly can. Stop having stuff around. And I'm that guy. I'll put stuff in piles and just go, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. You need to take it to St. Vincent de Paul, or you need to take it to some sort of a shelter or something like that. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not getting political. I think Goodwill. I don't think Goodwill should be Goodwill. Goodwill is the biggest taxpayer-funded scam there is. The CEO makes millions of dollars. Why? Because the company doesn't buy anything. The company simply sells stuff. And the people that donate the stuff for them to sell get a tax break. So that costs us as a nation money. And then the company gets a tax break for being a jobs program for whatever group you want to say. time to really rethink that model. So anyway, if I'm going to be donating stuff and getting rid of stuff, I want to give to like a St. Vincent de Paul. I want to give to some sort of a shelter. If I'm giving away clothes, I want to give to a homeless charity. I want those types of things where I know that there's no profit motive in what I'm giving away, but giving things away. And my girlfriend turned me onto this, and because she takes it to the nth degree. I mean, the nth degree. She had me help her go through her closet and pull things out to donate. We did. Within probably 3 weeks, she had just replaced those with something else that was very similar. So it's more of a recycling program that she's got going on than it is a donation and unclutter type of program. I did this. I watched a documentary on being a minimalist, and I really watched it with the hope that I would be more strategic with what I keep in my hunting and fishing life, like the camo that I have, the products that I have, the gear that I use, where I've got several, I can get down to one. That was my intent of watching this show on minimalism. Didn't work. Didn't work one little tiny bit. I got rid of some things, and then I just went and I replenished them the next season, and they're just still there. It was like my fishing trip to Mexico. What was I going to do? I saw stuff on the story where the guys were catching them on blades, guys were catching them on plastics, guys were catching them on rapalas, rattle traps. Okay. I had to try. Well, that guy caught on that. I'm going to have to have one of those. He caught on that. I'm going to have to have one of those. Caught on one of that, instead of just like, oh, dude, people are catching on that one. Once you get a few of those and just keep throwing those, it should be good. Nope. Not me. As a matter of fact, I bought a tackle belt. If you called a fanny pack, I'm coming at you. Grizz, I know you're coming. You're going to call it a fanny. Never mind. Grizz is going to call it a fanny pack. I appreciate you, buddy. But yes, I got a tackle belt. I called it the tactical tackle belt. I don't know. It made it feel better because it's camo. Why did I buy it in camo? Because it's a fanny pack that I'm trying to make look like a tactical tackle belt. Oh, man, just take my man card. Whatever. We drove a minivan there and back. Just take my man card. It's whatever. Yes, anyway. But I buy several things, but I'm also mindful of budget. I didn't buy enough to be like, okay, I am now the shore fisherman guy because I want to go out shore fishing all the time. So I bought enough for the trip, maybe a little for afterwards, and I want to now start to experiment in. And believe it or not, I don't know if you guys are going to believe this because, again, I am a recovering hoarder. I bought a box of they said they were hitting on spoons. Everybody said they're hitting on spoons. And, like Cast Masters, things like that. And I found this box on Amazon that was, I think, like a 35-piece box. That thing showed up. I didn't even open it. I was like, why do I need 35 spoons? What do I need? I'm not a professional shore angler, for the love of grief. And I returned it. Thank you very much. I'm very proud of myself for doing that. And when I was going through my tackle, I threw several lures away because it's just old and junky. It ain't going to do anything. You open the bag. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When you open the bag of plastics and it just sticks, like you're already past the part where it's sealed and it's still sticking. And then the bait's kind of clumped. Yeah, welcome to Arizona. That's how we do it in Arizona. Clumpy old bait in Arizona. What do you want to talk about tomorrow? How about this? Certain levels of fun. If we go on a scoring system and start to categorize what fun is all about, I'm telling you, it might let us and allow us to hone in on what we really think is what we want to spend our time and our resources and our talents on. So let's talk about that tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I so appreciate all of you and appreciate you guys letting me pre-record some of these shows so I can get a little bit of a breather and spend some time with the fam bam. And I appreciate you. I'm thankful for you. Share this out, like it, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock right here on The Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors. This beautiful